Lincoln is on a mission to completely reinvent their brand, and part of that reinvention includes redesigning nameplates that have a lot of brand recognition. This particular one that I'm standing next to represents the 4th generation of the Lincoln Navigator. I'm at the 2017 New York International Auto Show. Let's take a first look. When Ford announced their plan to completely refocus Lincoln on the core principles of their brand, they started with the all-new Continental just last year. And since then, the company has focused on one key word, and that's quiet luxury for the Lincoln brand. And when the Continental hit the market, Lincoln decided to bring back an old name that has been met with a lot of success. It's been a really good seller for Lincoln. Another vehicle that has a lot of brand recognition is this Navigator. Unfortunately, the old one was definitely getting up there in the ages. I believe it ran from 2007 all the way up to 2017. This 2018 model that I'm standing by is still the big SUV that you guys know it for, but it has a lot of new design design touches that was introduced on the all-new Continental. You can see you have the new signature corporate face, standard full LED headlights with stacked LED daytime running light, and overall it's got that big in-your-face brutality that you guys know and love this class of vehicle for. Now, underneath the hood is an interesting story because you still have a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. However, Lincoln has really upped the power output. Now it makes 450 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. Now, if you guys are counting, that's 75 more than what you get in the all-new Expedition. So Lincoln is finally giving its brands or its vehicles a significant power upgrade over their Ford counterparts. Now, the wheels on this particular one are massive 22-inch wheels on 285 series tires, and they are certainly polarizing. They definitely go with the overall look of this vehicle is trying to go with. Now, you can see the overall proportions of the Navigator are massive. I mean, I'm a pretty short guy, and I look tiny next to this car. But this particular one that I'm showing you is the Black Label Yacht Edition. It comes in this special blue color with these special wheels. And Lincoln actually is offering a lot of customization for buyers. I think that's an important thing to do, especially in this luxury segment. Now, at back, you have the signature Lincoln taillights here that are wraparound that go the entire length of the taillights. They are full LED, of course, along with the Lincoln badge that kind of stretches throughout. And overall, I think it's a pretty handsome-looking truck. It doesn't look at all like its platform mate, the Expedition. I think that's definitely an important key element if you're going to go if you're going to badge engineer. And in the past, Lincoln has been guilty of kind of just slapping on a Lincoln badge instead of completely designing its own unique vehicle. And I think they finally have managed to get that right. Now, with any luxury brand, elegance is always an important factor, and Lincoln definitely throws that into the equation. First of all, when you approach the vehicle, there's a puddle light here that emits the huge Lincoln emblem on the ground just to remind you that you're driving a Lincoln vehicle. And then opening the door, these running boards will also power deploy. Obviously, they're not working on this particular model just because we're at the auto show floor. Now, getting in this truck, surprisingly, is pretty easy for a short person like me. There's a nice little grab handle here, and the opening is huge. But stepping inside this interior, holy crap. Lincoln has really been doing a good job with differentiating themselves from Ford. It started with the Continental, and I have to say, for their flagship Navigator, this is pretty impressive. Everything that I'm literally looking at is wrapped in leather. It's got this really beautiful pearl white wood with the piano black, with the chrome, with the real aluminum trim. The headliner is suede. There's leather on this handle here. I mean, this doesn't remind me of a Ford at all, so it's really impressive. Now, obviously, being an all-new model, you're going to have the latest in terms of tech. There's a big LCD screen in the instrument panel. There's a huge, I believe, 12-inch monitor here that's floating that has that tablet-style screen. It literally looks like an iPad mounted onto the dash. And then with every other Lincoln, you have these push-button transmission controllers. You have the latest version of Sync 3 with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And then, of course, being a fully loaded model, or at least a flagship model that has all the driver assistance tech you want. Lincoln claims it has the largest head-up display in this segment at like 12 inches, which, by the way, I could have sworn I remember Lexus saying the same thing for the new LS in Detroit earlier this year. So we'll have to wait and see when both these models come to market to see which one is actually valid. Now, this car is designed to carry 7 or 8 people. This particular one has 7 seats. It's got captain's chairs in the back. It's got a really roomy third row because it has that independent rear suspension like the Expedition sibling mate. Now, Lincoln says that order books for the new Navigator should open up starting in June, with deliveries taking place in the 4th quarter of 2017, with no pricing yet announced. But the old Navigator, I believe, started in the mid $60,000 range. To be honest, this fully loaded model, I wouldn't be surprised to see this really get close to $100,000, just like the Escalade competitor. For Redline Reviews at the 2017 New York International Auto Show, I'm Sophian Bay.